goodness, because Andy is as good as it gets. And now he's got a chance to see how far this South Carolina team can go. They're in white, Arkansas is in red, and we are underway with the Razorbacks controlling the basketball.
Arkansas with a quick turnaround, less than 24 hours from their opening round win to today. How much energy will Arkansas have to start this game?
Battle ran right into a wall. He's able to get rid of it, and Brazil will launch a three. And that's the bottom. Very calmly knocks down his first shot of the day.
Brazil has played his best basketball this year in the last couple of weeks. More than just a three-point shooter. It's silky smooth from out there, but now also doing things off the bounce and as a shot blocker, ripping down rebounds as well.
Michi Johnson's got the green light to do a lot. Inside, that's up, and it's J-Mac averaging 13 points a game, and he's got 3 to knock this one up early. Arkansas went 23 of 26 at the free throw line last night. Their starting 5, they were carried by Battle and Mark Lawson. Brazil. Battle is to Arkansas what the great scorers are, whether it's Connect or what we just saw in our first game, to this team. Oh, Brazil though, quick start, 2 for 2 from 3. Right, is that fair? He's the Josh Hubbard for Arkansas when he gets going?
Battle is,
yeah,
no doubt, and he came to life in the second half. Yesterday, Tremont Mark and Battle only had 3 points in the first half. They combined for 39 in the second.
Good hands to keep it alive for Michi Johnson. They will try to slow things down. Very deliberate pace on the offensive end. They go to work with 4 on the shot clock. It does draw iron, but it's off.
South Carolina, they don't over-dribble the ball. They rely on passing the ball, moving players. They really are good at getting you in a defensive closeout, or the Gamecocks.
This is Mark. Talk about tired legs. Brazil played 42 minutes last night. Remember, the game went overtime. 42 minutes. Mark penetrates, fading away. Tough shot, no good. Arkansas wants to move it quickly, and that's a 3 from Michi that missed. Cal Ellis, the point guard.
South Carolina has built their defense on the simplicity of guarding the ball and all 5 guys boxing off when a shot's taken, and they are the best in this league.
Yeah, Brazil fires again. That's a little short. That time good defense by Murray Boyles, who was in his mug.
Arkansas never got that ball reversed to the other side of the floor on that possession.
Michi didn't shoot it. Mack, well, that's no good. He went hard. Great defense, straight up. Arkansas's 3-on-2. Great defense by Murray Boyles to get back and pick it off. Alley-oop down low with the height advantage, and that's great defense, and the ball kept alive. Tremendous credit to L. Ellis. Caleb Battle gets it back. And he's got the last half dozen games or so, and he knocks down the free throw.
That's a kid that went for 42 against Missouri. He had 34 at Kentucky. I mean, he can put a 30-point game on you as well as anyone in this league right now. Right there with Dalton Connect, Josh Hubbard. High-scoring guards in the SEC this year.
Brazil on defense, and he affected that shot for sure on Murray Boyles.
Yeah, good job of moving his body, Brazil, and not giving an ultimate scoring angle. And the blow-by Battle. Wow, just shredding what has been a very difficult team to score against in South Carolina early.
And he used his left hand before he was too far under the rim. 11-3 to start for Arkansas. The bounce down low, and a chance. Terrific article in The Athletic about how the SEC decided, you know what? Let's get serious about men's college basketball, and it has paid off in spades here.
There's not a better league in college basketball right now than the SEC. And the Big 12 has had the advantage over the last few years. I love the Big 12, but it's not better than the SEC this year. Several teams built to get to the second weekend, a couple of Final Four possibilities, and look at Tennessee and Kentucky. But for all those reasons, Ravi, this league takes a backseat to no one right now in men's college basketball. Not one.
Right. Substitutions on the floor. We'll get to Marty in a moment. Josh Gray is in. He wears 33. Huge body. Miles Stute also in. Jacoby Wright for South Carolina. They try to change the temperature in the room with these substitutions. Wright pulls up. That's short. Loose ball battle.
South Carolina's at their best offensively when the number of passes is more than the number of bounces of the ball in the half court. Has not been their case so far. They are a ball movement, screen you concept team on the offensive end.
Stute, one-on-one baseline, nearly had it ripped away. The left-handed jump, and that's a good one there. And an easy one for Colin Murray. Boyle's averaging about 12 a game.
Yeah, he's becoming a monster in that freshman class. He was a 0 ranking as a high school junior. And Lamont Harrison, the day he got hired, went and said, I've got to have you stay right here in Columbia. Man, and you talk about a guy that thrives with a bully ball game. It is 30 and white.
Yeah, Lawson had that baseline wide open for him.
That long arm reach of Lawson affects the game both offensively and defensively. That 7'7" wingspan. He blocks shots, he challenges shots, but he can really finish now in traffic just over the top of people.
Memphis transfer at 6'8", 210. Good bounce pass, an easy flush. Murray Boyle's on the roll.
Now they go to that empty corner, so there's nobody in the corner offensively for a defender to help off of. Easy action for Colin Murray Boyles to roll into.
He's got 7 of their 10. You can tell they're starting to get their sea legs underneath them in their first game here at the SEC tournament this year. Ty Mitchell had a very productive game last night. He's in for Arkansas 15. He throws up a baseline jumper. He's become a more effective offensive player. He had 18 off the bench last night. And Jimmy, sometimes playing back-to-back days when you've had a good game, can work to your advantage.
Just stay in the groove.
Up and in by Talon Cooper.
Arkansas with 5 guys in double figures last night. Mekhi Mitchell, one of them. And he is really good. Talking about 15 in red, setting a middle ball screen, rolling out of it, finishing a play, being a playmaker as a passer. This action right here has been really good for Arkansas the last half of the season.
Evo Davis getting set to check in for Arkansas. Mitchell and Ellis play a 2-man game. The size of Josh Gray. Mitchell's huge. Gray is enormous. And tries to force him away, which he does. An end of shot clock, tough shot. South Carolina's made 4 of their last 5. Boyles knocks that in with a right.
Randy, what a move. I mean, the rip through for a left-handed kid to rip it from the left side of his body to the right side and finish with ease. Man, he is a special talent.
Mark ran right into the wall of Gray. Mitchell no good, and he had it ripped away by Stute. That's just one shade of gray right there. And here it is again down low. He missed. He went up and got stuffed by the rim. Mark, lefty, no good. Cooper sees the lane, banged by Battle, and he's 13-4 in those next games against the opponent.
He takes it personal, that the great head coaches do.
And that is an easy rip and a missed dunk. Wow, an easy rip and an absolute uncontested dunk, and Lawson missed it.
And Ravi, remember that play.
Yes.
We get late in the game. If it's a one-possession game, how big that miss could be at the 11-minute mark of the first half.
Usyk drives in again. Mack with Lawson on him, uses that big body to get inside, throws it up, misses. Stute, 3-ball, bottom.
Ravi, that's all B.J. Mack, though, because he didn't give up when the first shot was blocked and didn't go in. He stayed after it, won the war for the kick-out pass. A rifle pass to the open 3 shooter.
11-4 run they're on right now. This is Graham on the baseline, working into the paint, and he gets it to go.
Graham is right there with Mitchell as an inside scorer. He actually can draw fouls because he's so good at pivoting, spinning off of people.
Stute took a shot to the ribcage from Devo Davis in the paint, and that was denied.
Contract is on the agenda. There you go, boys.
You cleared it up. We know what that's about. Michi Johnson able to put that up and in. But give Ray Tanner credit, assuming that is what this is, that Paris is going to get a 6-year deal. In this conference, you got to hold him instead of fold him. And he's certainly made that transition to a power program. And there's a lot of other opportunities out there. Ohio State, Louisville, to name just a couple.
Sure. And Lamont Paris, his practices are like a classroom, very similar when I used to watch Bo Ryan at Wisconsin. Kind of a student-teacher relationship, ask a lot of good questions.
Battle, got it.
He has, Josh Hubbard has good lift from Mississippi State. So does Caleb Battle. And Battle is even bigger, probably 5 or 6 inches taller. But if you're South Carolina, you do not want to let Caleb Battle get going. He can go on a 9-0 run all by himself.
He leads the way with 8. Brazil's got a couple of threes. He's got 6. Michi gets the handoff. Works the two-man game. Ball fake and just
the dribbles is when they're at their best. And that's unusual in college. They let me coach them. That's beautiful when those two things come together from a coaching standpoint.
Sure is. He's just a very easy guy to relate to, and you can see it the way he handles his players. Mack knocks it down, 1-point game. Gamecocks on top. Murray Boyle's back into the game. Astute goes to the bench. The pull-up is good. Tough shot. Zachary Davis knocked it down.
If you're going to back off and play drop coverage against Tremont Mark, he's going to make elbow jump shot after elbow jump shot.
Michi Johnson hard. No foul called, and here's a run out. Battle. Saw the green light and had it denied. Give Cooper credit there. Mack, good pass, and that's an easy layup. Really good, quick pass there. Zach Davis.
Revy, Mack is a very skilled guy for his size, 6'8", 250. And if he makes 2 or 3 threes per game in March, South Carolina is a second weekend NCAA team. He's that big of a difference maker.
Graham used his body beautiful. Tremont Mark gets the assist.
Yeah, both teams understanding to empty that corner for your post guys. Now it just becomes an isolation play on the drop-off.
Good pace offensively. And there's a long, long three from Michi, no good.
Talent and explosiveness and confidence and swagger that Kentucky's playing with.
A lot of all of that is what they're playing with right now.
They are. We're on track for about a 65 possession game. That favors South Carolina.
Jeremiah Davenport is in for Arkansas. He has the ball now. Battle mark, Devo Davis on the floor as well, and that's a little too strong out of the gate for Davenport. Got a lot of energy in those legs. Murray Boyles has got Devo Davis on him, who's given up about 4 or 5 inches, if not more. And they are working hard to get it to him. They got away with a push-off.
There's a load on the inside.
Watch it.
Too easy.
Oh, boy, they left him wide open. 4 on the shot clock. They got to get it up. He does, and that will rattle around and go in.
How soft is that release for a big, strong, physical kid? He is the one SEC athlete around the rim that South Carolina has.
He's got 11. Double team step through cross court. Davenport high arcing 3. That's way off. Offensive rebound, and he didn't go up and get it nearly as aggressively to Jalen Graham. He had a chance to rip that with 2 hands. Ends up in the hands of South Carolina. They want Mack to take and make more threes. He sets up a 3 in the corner that comes up short. Mack has put his arm up with his fist and maybe signaling for a substitution, and that defensive effort might suggest, yes, I could use a blow.
Yeah, good job at Devo Davis to recognize South Carolina did not get back and build a wall. They don't stop the ball. And Devo Davis has played as many minutes in this SEC tournament as anybody has this year.
Mack, pull up, got it.
Isn't he a hard? He is a tough cover, right? Because he can stretch you defensively with a three-point shot. He can do things off the bounce for himself and others. He's a load around the rim.
Mack and Murray Boyles are a real interesting, challenging twosome to deal with. Given their size.
Yeah, and for Mack, everything is below the rim. He's not an above the rim guy at all.
He's gotten burned twice on the defensive end. And Lamont Paris is kind of yelling at the defense to pick it up a little bit. 2 easy layups. Giving up on the last 2 trips.
And you can go back and watch 2 or 3 game films in a row from South Carolina, and they don't give up layups.
Mack has it down low. He's able to flip it up and in. DJ Mack putting together a resume reel offensive first half.
A key guy in that transfer portal coming out of Wofford, Lamont Paris. He bet on the right things when he went to rebuild his roster from last year to this year. He's one of the guys that win and want to be coached hard.
Eric Musselman slammed his hand down on the scorer's table over there after that shot from Mark. Slammed it down. Right. Filling the void, Michi, no good. Graham called for it, and then he took his eyes off of it. And that's going to be South Carolina.
He wins more than he loses.
And then they bring in 7-foot, 265-pound Josh Gray. Again, Makai Mitchell doing a lot of battle underneath. Boyles to his left,
The white shoes ripped, so the equipment manager hustled back and got him a new pair. Coach Paris loves this young man. He said a few times this year that he feels like Murray Boyles has one of the highest ceilings of any player he's ever been around. A really bright future for that young man.
Yeah, a lot of fluorescent shoes on the floor right now.
And Lamont's been around some outstanding players, especially back at Wisconsin on their runs to the Final Four.
Battle kicks, Mitchell, left hand.
Balance before he left the wood.
He's become a much better offensive player. Much better.
There's BP.
Getting set for his appearance on the SEC. Would you say that's fair that the other 3 guys can leave? Bruce can fill it. He can fill it.
He didn't even need a question.
He can fill it.
He was running hot at 7:50 a.m. local time, right? At his shoot around.
Step back 3's a little too strong. Mark goes up to rip it down. Back and forth this game has gone. 1 point either way. Mitchell with Studi on him. Tries to back him down. Not done yet. Into the paint. Left hand. Count that. Boy, Makai Mitchell is off an 18-point performance, Jimmy, and putting together another very good game here.
He was patient, but he was also powerful. When he made his move, his shoulders, that's how he scored.
Cooper had Gray rolling, and they're going to call. 9 Eastern, 8 Central. You'll get never-before-seen footage, sound from players and coaches, a behind-the-scenes look. That's Tuesday night, right here on the SEC Network and the ESPN app.
When are they going to do one of those on you and I? Just give them access for the week.
Yeah, when there's an ESPN 9, right after the Ocho. Hanging, and it's
not the pace you play, it's how good are you the team. And Arkansas right now in a physical ball game, holding up.
Yeah.
After a win last night.
Caleb Battle first to double figures for Arkansas with 10. Cooper, Studi fills and fires. Can't find it. Look at Gray rip it away from Mark. Huge size advantage. Josh Gray flushed it.
Arkansas has been hurt some on the defensive glass throughout the year. They have to gain rebound.
Mitchell comes up, sets that high screen. L. Ellis on the switch. That's good. Grady had 2 threes in the first couple of minutes. He picked up his second foul, and he has not returned since.
1-3-1 by South Carolina. It changed the game against Florida.
Lawson had it. Mitchell rips it. And he wisely resets. Battle Battle behind the back, and he dribbled it right to South Carolina. Right. No good. Who's got it? Gray does again.
Yeah, well, where is Gray? He's right in front of the rim, and he just carves out space and holds people off. And this 1-3-1, Ravi, Lamont Paris has used it just a handful of times this year, but man, it has been really good to him because of Davis up top. Number 12 is 6'10", he's long, he's active. You've got to get that ball below the free throw line extended.
If he's in the gray area.
Yeah, that's very clearly where he's living. And Eric Musselman will have to talk about how are we going to handle the 1-3-1 at halftime. Back-to-back possessions. Arkansas has not handled it well in this first half.
1-point lead, South Carolina, less than a minute to go. Michi, long three, and he comes up just short. He's 0 for 4 now from three-point land is Michi Johnson. Battle got 10. There's about a 5-second difference between shot clock and game clock.
Well, they're unorganized in their 1-3-1 because Davis now not at the point. So it's easier to get the ball side to side. But, Rev, you got to get this thing below the free throw line extended if you're Arkansas.
They got to go with 5 seconds, and Mark has it. Battle's going to have to shoot it. And he never moved. He's got it. And he's got 3. He's got 2. He's got a layup. And he knocks it down. What a play. We are underway. Again, South Carolina in white, Arkansas in their red. And a defensive assignment for Brazil is B.J. Mack, and he's got him out top. Elon Cooper open 3. Long rebound, right back to 55.
They gave up 11 second chance points. He said South Carolina's a really physical team. We're going to have to match that. They're 1 for 9 from 3, so we did really well there. But you guys were showing Boyles as he gets another bucket there. He said, we let him dictate what he wanted to do. We let him get to that left hook that Jimmy was showing just a moment ago. We just can't let him do that.
Yeah, and he just showed his versatility because he went with the right paw there. They got a 5-point lead. It's their largest of the game. Battle one-on-one with Michi. Tough shot, fade away. That's short. South Carolina, will they take an opportunity to run? They will, all the way to the rack, and it goes up and in. Effort by Taylon Cooper.
Taylon Cooper reads the floor as well as any guard in this league in transition offense. He's not the fastest guy, but high IQ. Just has a great feel in the open floor. Makes him a step and a half faster than he normally is.
Last 2 minutes of the first half, and now a 10-0 run for South Carolina. Mitchell, offensively effective in the first half, about set to check back in here early in the second. There's another shot short by Battle, who was looking for a foul on the shot. Feels like, Jimmy, we're at a place where South Carolina's kind of imposing its will on the game, especially offensively. Mack has L. Ellis on him. Turn and move him out. He does just that, but he missed. But Murray Boyles is there. Eric Musselman's team's in a little trouble here to start this second half.
Ravi, when you have a mismatch on the shooter, there's also going to be a mismatch the majority of the time cleaning up the rebound. The Gamecocks, they don't beat themselves, man. They don't turn the ball over much. They guard the ball. All 5 dudes box off.
Very flat offensive effort. They've missed all their shots. That 3, another one that came up short from Ellis. Hard drive, no good. Put back up and in.
Sees the game with a lot more freedom offensively. He has some quick hitters that he goes to. But from that point on, they really move the ball and screen and play concepts and a little bit more offensive freedom. The same defensive toughness as 1,100 unread text messages as of yesterday.
Likely to go up immensely in light of the news that's being reported.
Which made me feel good because I texted him about 24 hours, maybe 48 hours ago, and he returned my text.
Wow.
Yes.
And he said it's all
done
about
at that point.
The timing of the text.
I want to know, you two, how many unread texts do you two have? I guess you're a little busy right this second, but I can tell you that my current number is 889.
Really?
Yes.
Only 300 shy of Lamont Paris.
Cooper with the fade.
Cooper is a hooper. Yeah, he's not the fastest guard in the league, but he's big and physical and Just knows how to, he is the key to the engine of this South Carolina team offensively.
Yeah, and right now for South Carolina, Jimmy, similar to Wisconsin, they take great care of the ball.
Yes.
They have 3 turnovers the entire game and have gone their last 26 trips without one. That's incredible. Brazil just had it ripped away. Great hands by Colin Murray Boyles. Mack 3, no. Caleb Battle take this thing over. He's got a double team on him. Mitchell going to work in the paint, throws it up with that left and gets it to go. So effective, 15 in red.
Now Arkansas now, I believe they're 8 out of 9 at the rim. The only miss they've had at the rim was the dunk by Chandler Lawson in the first half.
BJ Mack one-on-one, throwing Mitchell backwards, banging.
When you play South Carolina.
SEC Coach of the Year, AP Coach of the Year. First time that a coach at South Carolina has won both in the same season. That's Lamont Paris this year. Graham spun himself into some real trouble. Mitchell comes out high and they switch places. Scram on the baseline, that is up and in. A tough shot by Battle.
Good job by Battle. I mean, that's a scoring cut. He didn't stand and watch. He made a sprint to the ball, won the race to the ball, and scores because of it.
And they come up with a few stops to get themselves back in this thing. Arkansas down 9. Jalen Graham gets the Murray Boyles assignment, and that's just a soft touch off the window.
When he gets to that, turns to his right shoulder and releases it with that left, it is unblockable.
8 of 11 today, Jimmy. Really, really good.
Yeah.
18 points. Colin Murray Boyles. 11-point lead. They got to score almost every time down, it feels like, because South Carolina's been so effective. South Carolina playing and staying at home. 14-20 to go. Gray, yes, sir. 7-footer. Again, you send CMB to the bench, and you bring in somebody like Gray. They can wear you down. BJ Mack, such a big body. 13-point lead. Where will the points come from? Brazil
In this situation,
Navy coach Musselman sitting down with his team down 13. Now to his feet. Great interior pass. Gray had it blocked by Graham from behind. Double team. Graham still fighting. Dumps it off Mitchell. He is so physical when he gets that ball down low.
and a good job by Grant to continue to fight and fight and fight and get the ball out of the double team. He was getting the life trapped out of him, but a good job to get loose and find Mitchell.
Mismatch, baseline move, Mitchell up in the air. And go to SECnetwork.com, download the ES.
In SEC play, only 24 turnovers. That's a crazy good number from your lead guard to handle that rock and be so strong and clean with it.
Evo Davis has had some terrific games in tournaments. Is there any magic left in his left hand? Down low, Mitchell, so good, man. He is having himself a game. Makai Mitchell, 2 more points.
Eric Musselman now going inside himself. South Carolina only 3 team fouls. So Eric Musselman trying to hammer that ball inside, score at the rim, and try to get to that free throw line if they can get to the bonus.
Mitchell's got 13. Studi back in for South Carolina. Right all the way. No foul by Brazil. Better defense, and they get numbers now. 5 on 4 if they want it. Look at Mitchell.
I looked.
Everything right up until the shot was worthy of looking at.
Yes, it was.
The blow by. Studi, 3. Line drive, never seemed to get above the rim. A chance to cut it to 8. They are 1 of 12 from 3. Big trip here for Arkansas. Battle the roll. Brazil pull up. That's a 2. No good. Davis right there. Bad job, South Carolina. Jimmy boxing out.
Yeah, Devo Davis, the third best rebounding guard to ever play at Arkansas behind Sidney Moncrief and Todd Day. Yeah, good job of reading the ball in flight. Arkansas just they're not going away. They have a strong will about them.
Michi missed a layup, got it back, missed another one. He short-armed it, and he
inspire him and his teammates. How do you describe what Coach Paris has done this season?
Lamont's calm, cool, collected, but he's the ultimate competitor, and you see that in his guys. They got great chemistry, they got great culture.
Of going unblemished through a South.
The lessons that you need to learn through winning to them. So we know what that feels like, but it's gonna take 6 games to win a national championship. We're gonna take 1 game at a time and not get ahead of ourselves.
Best of luck. We appreciate your time, Coach, always. Ready?
All right, Marty, thank you. Missed opportunities at the free throw line, including a violation by Mitchell. It's a bad pass, but Battle gets it back.
Whenever you think about this, Don Staley, they have not lost a regular season game since December 30th, 2021. That's how dominant, unbelievable, that program has been.
Graham's been terrific, Jimmy, down the stretch here. He missed a layup, but there he goes up high for the offensive rebound. All of a sudden, it's down to 6.
Arkansas just refusing to go away. Arkansas is winning, it feels like, that restricted arc area right now on the offensive end. He's continuing to jackhammer the ball on the inside with Mitchell and Graham.
Mitchell defensively turned him aside. There's a 3 over Brazil. That's no good. Loose ball. Rebound Arkansas. They've got 1 point in their last 8 trips down to South Carolina after we talked about how efficient they've been. Davis double team. Elon Cooper back into the game. Mitchell and Graham very active. Here's Davis. Finds Mitchell. Short. Had a couple of shots at the rim. Yeah. Haven't been able to convert. Graham facing up. Now they double team with Brazil. Mack looked good from the moment he shot it.
That all started though with Colin Murray Boyles to accept the double team and say, okay, I'll make you pay. Take me out of the game. I'll reverse it around to my other big that can stroke it. Man, how important is B.J. Mack to this team in March if he can make 2 or 3 threes a game?
Yep, that's what they said. Take them and make them. Here's a good bounce pass on the baseline of Battle, who lays it up and in. That shot by Mack ended what was a 5-minute drought for the Gamecocks scoring. They got a nice roll here and an easy one. Good 2-man game that time. Murray Boyles working alongside Zachary Davis.
He continues to make 70-75% of his shots in the 2-point part of the floor in this game as well. Bit 2 to the ball, and it comes out that quickly.
Mitchell leaves it for Davis. Another bounce pass on the baseline, and that time Murray Boyles ripped it away from Draymond Mark. Boyles to his left, too strong, and he lays it up and in.
Too strong, too fast. Boy, is he a force coming down the middle of the third of the floor in transition basketball.
It was a bit of a NASCAR type move. He got that thing when he was going downhill. 22 on 10 of 13 shooting for CMB. Bad pass, that's another turnover.
Look at who all those teams other than A&M and Villanova being projected in. Look at the number of quad 1 wins that the Aggies have. One of them against Iowa State out of the Big 12 on a neutral floor. Yeah. Those wins don't go away. I think those wins matter. I think the Aggies will be in that NCAA tournament.
All right. So Jimmy Dykes bracketology.
I think A&M's in really good shape. If it's not him, it's you.
Somebody else, yeah. But it's good to know that on the text chain of yours, you did respond to Lenardi and vice versa. He's probably got some I guess he's got some unread text messages.
Over 1,100.
He may see the name and say, nope, not answering that one. I know what that one's about.
Give it to.
Oh, Eric Musselman, Jimmy just
sure
got a technical foul.
In the NBA, a couple of D-League stints.
Largest lead for
A good team player.
Yeah.
Gave up my shoe. We won the game at A&M, and happy bunch of hogs headed home that day.
What size leather are you wearing there? What is your shoe size?
It was size 11. Back then, we didn't have a lot of extra shoes, you know, like kids. One of the great mascots in all of sports right there.
Our statistician, Taro, says 2 is 1 better than 1, isn't it? Not 1 is 1 better? Like, is this the pain in the shoulder now emanating to the head?
I was not a math major.
But Boyles, he hung up there in the air for a while. Now he picks it up. That's blocked by Mitchell.
He is so quick to the ball, is he not? Colin Murray Boyles, even on his misses.
Baseline, yes!
One long, fast, energy in his game.
6'7", 194. Archer is good. He's played a very good game. Graham has been active. He's 5 of 6 from the floor. He's got 11 points.
Yeah, what can Arkansas do defensively to change this game up right now with 6 minutes to go? Because they've got to get back-to-back stops. They've got to find a way to create some turnovers. It's a possession game for South Carolina when you play against them.
Oh, wow. Not there, and that was your isolation on that one side, and Gray threw it down.
2 or 3 times a game, Lamont Paris will get his quick play call to empty out that corner. Now becomes a 2-man game. His bigs are really good. Multiple guys rolling out of it to score.
Good hands there from behind by the man who just made that bucket. That's Davis. Down low again, so effective. What a game Murray Boyles has had. 24 points on 11 of 15 shooting.
And now that South Carolina 1-3-1 to close the game out. A lot of length up top. They take time off the clock. They force you to take tough twos against it.
46 points in the paint for South Carolina. 46. It's a new season high for them. Arkansas really came out in the second half, and you could just tell they were a little flat, maybe a little tired from last night, trying to win 5 games in 5 days. The way things are going right now, it looks like they're going to win 1, and that is going to be it. There's a baseline flush with very little defensive effort from Arkansas.
Now the energy level has just dropped out of Arkansas in the last 3 or 4 minutes. South Carolina just grinds away, man. They really get into your legs for the pace that they play.
What they've done all year, Jimmy.
Yeah.
They keep you off the scoreboard, and they just physically wear you down. Between Murray Boyles and Mack and their size, they really do, and they just don't make mistakes.
No. Lamont Paris said this is 28th year, I think, in college basketball, and he has the most.
356. And it certainly feels like it's going to be South Carolina. Arkansas, they're kind of teetering on the edge most of the season between good, bad, and ugly. And today has ended up between bad and ugly the way it's gone in the second half.
And South Carolina will have some great motivation, because when they played Auburn at Auburn back in mid-December, 101-61.
A wee bit. Maybe trying to get a little early. Everybody talks about all their skill, and out of this conference, you know, people are asking you like how good are they? I mean, what happens when they play well and they're right? It feels like if you had given them another, I don't know, month, 6 weeks, they wouldn't lose. Like, they get used to playing even more with each other.
Yeah.
The challenge that these coaches have in getting the team to gel, given the portal, given the freshmen, how difficult is that?
Well, but now it's forever going to find a way to score enough points. And if they get hot defensively like they did at Auburn this year, they just lock you up. Man, they are a serious Final Four threat right there with the best of them. UConn, Purdue, Houston, Tennessee, Arizona. There's no doubt Kentucky is right there at that level.
It feels like that's a conversation you have a lot with them. Ooh, pretty reverse is made up and in. That brings the crowd some oohs and ahs. Talon Cooper, Davis the other way. Trading baskets may be great for the fans here. It's not going to help Arkansas on the bottom line. But you've had that conversation. This year feels a little different with Kentucky and the legitimacy of that conversation.
No, I think Cal loves his team, and he knows he's got a special group. I mean, how many teams in the country, I'll ask you again and answer at the same time. How many teams in the country have two dudes off the bench that are going to be lottery picks if they both go? Reed Shepherd and Dillingham. None.
I got in.
No, that's the depth that they have. And that depth is real. BJ Mack, I'm telling you, he's as big of a key for South Carolina in this tournament and beyond as anybody that Lamont Paris has. If he can make that three ball at a high clip, man, they become tough to cover. Guys, there's a reason why you're picked last.
As Don Stanley said, he got inside Ray Tanner's wallet. The rumors of a new contract, the Board of Trustees will meet tomorrow to vote on it.
Yeah, we just confirmed it with Don Stanley.
She sure did.
Her vote probably counts more than all the others collective together.
Great for South Carolina. Two terrific coaches who represent the university so well.
Who would vote no in that meeting, by the way?
Jasic's going to get called for a travel. 6th win of the season against just 6 losses. The plus 14 win difference was the greatest single season turnaround.
Yeah, the Arkansas heads home, and we know this about Eric Musselman. He has already jumped all over that portal, knowing that he's got to rebuild this roster. Not sure who's going to come back or who's going to have the opportunity to come back. And it's an Arkansas team that, 3 straight Sweet 16s coming into this year, a couple of Elite 8 performances. They're not going to get that mark this year. And Eric Musselman told me about a month ago, they will attack the offseason recruiting and portal with more fierceness than they ever have since he's been at Arkansas.
All right, Davis had it, and he decided. Last 40 seconds of this one. South Carolina is going to beat Arkansas and move on to what should be a terrific game tomorrow against Auburn. Bruce Pearl, who
comes into this SEC tournament as the 6th best defense overall in the country. So that inside point production that South Carolina had today will not be nearly as easy tomorrow against a rugged Auburn half-court defense. School in Utah recruited as a junior in high school to a 4-star guy, and one of the better foundation pieces in all of the SEC right now for Lamont Paris.
Season will end for Eric Musselman. He will finish under 500, as Jimmy said, for the first time. And this sets up a big-time showdown tomorrow between South Carolina, the 5 seed, and Auburn, the 4 seed. Battle no good, and that will end it. 80-66, our final score. Lamont Paris continues a terrific season as the Gamecocks beat the Razorbacks.